So we all peace. Um, Looking through my CDs, I still got my CD collection, and still listen to them. Still got my CD players. They're new. I got two new ones. Well, one of them is a little old now, but I got one from 2 years ago also. But one of the one of the albums I always go back to, CDs. It's this one right here. You know, Lord Jamar 5% album, and it's what the back looks like. It's what the inside look like right here. Yeah. No, and CD looks the same as this one. So um, yeah, man, this is one album I do go back to. This is like I believe he did put out something last year. Um, I don't know if I want to listen to it. You know, it's a lot of controversy around Lord Jamar with the flat Earth and all that. And I know somebody that's in the nation and or you know he's 5% and he's not too happy about Lord Jamal and a few other people. That's here nor there. You know what I'm saying? I respect Lord Jamal as an artist still. Like sometimes when you're in front of the camera and you're just talking, sometimes you say things and I don't know. Not the flat Earth thing. He really believes that. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna keep it positive because this album was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like this album was dope. Lord Jamar did his thing. You know what I mean? He's a veteran artist, so he knows what he was doing when he went solo. This was his first solo album, and it's a lot on this album. There's a lot of crazy stuff. The first song, I believe, is called God. That's my favorite. Um, Second album, he's talking about Islam and you know Quran, which I'm kind of confused because I know the founder of the 5% Nation broke off from the Nation of Islam. So you know technically the 5% Nation, I believe, is supposed to be against uh, any form of religion, including Islam. But um, there's a relationship there as well. You know what I'm saying? But that song. This song is fire though. You know what I'm saying? This song is there's a lot on this album. I mean, I go back to the album, and that second song is fire. You know, um, he got the Wool Kids on the album. The Wool Kids, RZA's son, and I believe ODB's son is on the song. And I don't know if I heard Lord Jamor has a son and he was rapping on the song, but I know the Wool Kids were definitely on the song, and it was dope. And there was a lot on this album. It's fire. This is a classic. I knew what I was doing when I got it, and it was just dope. And the song he did explaining what happened to the founder of the nation, the 5% Nation, and what happened. And I believe his name was Clarence X, and um, and it came with the booklet, and I read the booklet. You know what I'm saying? I read the whole book. I read it more than once. So it's interesting, good to know these things, and you know. So he definitely put a lot on the album. He gave a lot. Um, I mean, it's just one of those albums I kind of go back to from time to time. This some albums I only listen to once, but this one I listen to a couple of times, and then it was you know, what else is on this album? In the Streets with Grand Pooba. He got the other joint with Sadat X. You know, of course he got the joint with RZA. I believe I was just listening to this not last week or the week before. I believe Nas is on the album. But that's about it. Not too many features. Like Sadat X, Grand Pooba, that's family. You know what I'm saying? That's not even a feature. You know what I'm saying? That's natural. Yeah, it's so many joints in this album. It's long, but it's a good long. Like you're not gonna get disappointed. Like that's why I keep my CDs. You know, and I'm surprised a lot of people don't have CD players anymore. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I mean, if you got CDs, you know, you got classic joints. You don't want to throw them away. You keep them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, man. I remember seeing the video for In the Streets. He did a video for that, and at the end of the video, it turned into God, and that was the beginning of YouTube. I used to go to internet cafes and just chill for a minute, an hour or so, and pay what I got paid against the internet, because I never really had the internet on the computer until I finally got the phone in 2010, like a BlackBerry kind of phone. But yeah, it's I mean, regardless what everything is happening now with Lord Jamar, I mean, you know, I don't support any rappers going on in front of the camera just talking. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, YouTube or podcast or whatever. I think you should just stick with making music. You know what I'm saying? Like, because sometimes you're in front of the camera and you just start saying things without thinking. But but regardless, you know, he put in the work on this album. He gave a lot. He took his time. It sounded like he took his time. And you know, it's just one of those albums that I'm addicted to this day. You know, the album came out in 2006. I remember seeing the video, going on YouTube and seeing the video over, you know, because I knew the video was out, and boom, you know, just bought the album, and you know, I give credit to Lord Jamar, even though I disagree with him on the flat Earth, and I disagree with him on his explanation, not the explanation, but how he says it. Some certain people in hip hop love to snap, but you know, if you're snapping on an individual, it's different. Or snapping on somebody you know, you're snapping on a whole group though. That's not cool. That's where the people got offended. You know, that crazy legs and but you know, from what I heard, you know, a lot of dudes out here in the nation in Jersey not too happy with what he's been saying. So, but you know, I'm not in the nation, so but I just know, you know, we all know somebody that's in the nation. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, this album is just, you gotta give credit. I mean, for Fat Joe to say what he said without mentioning this album. I mean, come on, it doesn't matter if it didn't get played on the radio, because you know Hot 97, they all about the BS anyway. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the best albums of 2006, probably in the 2000s, and in general, you know, like it's just crazy, you know. A lot of knowledge, a lot of good music. Man, he said what he had to say. Everything he needed a rap artist wanted to say. He said it on this album, you know, and then it's a great album. It's dope. So just wanted to say that, and yeah, so that X, you know, had a bunch of solo albums. I'll talk about that next time, but yeah, I wanted to give credit to Lord Jamal. I wanted to let people know this album is dope. You know what I mean? Like, long, but it's worth it. It's worth every penny. And so yeah, man, the 5% album by Lord Jamar, definitely like top. It has to be up there because I go back to it plenty of times, more than other albums. There's certain albums I go back to as well. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to say. Peace to hip hop.